Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, the go-to resource for effective leadership and team management. I'm Brenda Neckbottle, and if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Now, today we're diving into a topic that every manager has likely faced at some point in time, and that's resistance to change at work. So let's get into it. Resistance to change at work can actually manifest in various ways depending upon the individual and the specific circumstances of the change. And if you're dealing with somebody who demonstrates verbal and behavior opposition, decreased performance and productivity, and shows signs of withdrawal or avoidance, you could be dealing with somebody who's resisting change. Now, a person's verbal and behavioral opposition can range from openly criticizing the change or decisions actually related to it, making negative comments or expressing doubts, to even more passive-aggressive behaviors like sarcasm, dismissiveness, gossiping with other coworkers about the actual change. Now, what you need to know about this is that it's based in fear, and that the change will actually make things worse for them. And there forms a lack of trust, or not trusting either the person who's initiating the change or the reasons behind it. Now, the withdrawal to the avoidance or to engage or start to manifest by you noticing that they distance themselves from team activities. They could be avoiding attending meetings where the change is being discussed, or not even utilize new systems, the tools, or the methods that were introduced as part of the change. Now, they may also exhibit a decreased commitment to their role or to the organization, and it likely is stemming from a feeling that they lack competence. Maybe they don't feel like they have what it takes to be part of the change, or even a shift in their own identity at work, meaning that they're struggling to see themselves in the light of the way things have always been. In addition to these symptoms, it can also be common for resistant individuals to look for other people who share their sentiments, and therefore they tend to create a pocket of resistance within the company because they fail to see the with them, and that's the what's in it for me. Understanding and addressing these types of symptoms earlier can help you navigate the transition more effectively. Now, for a leader, change is a regular occurrence and it's viewed as a way of life. All change will require two things for it to be successful: faith in the vision and the relationship with those who are going to be part of the change. To be an effective change agent, people must believe in you as the leader, sometimes more than they believe in themselves. And that requires a relationship that has been nurtured by whoever is actually initiating the change. Change is often seen as heretical, and the change agent must actually be seen in a positive light. And the people following you must believe that you have their best interest at heart and in mind. Now, addressing somebody who's resistant at change requires a combination of empathy, clear communication, and strategic management. Here are a couple of approaches to help you address resistance to change effectively. So first off, you need to have open dialogue. Initiate some one-on-one conversation with the individual. And instead of confronting them, seek to understand their perspective. Ask open-ended questions like, can you help me understand the concerns about the recent change? Make sure that you listen actively. And before you address their concerns, it's essential to genuinely listen. Allow them to express their feelings without interruption. You can validate their feelings by acknowledging their perspective, even if you don't agree with it. Make sure that you also provide information. And sometimes resistance is due to a lack of understanding or misinformation. Clarify the reason behind the change, the benefits, and the long-term vision. Now, this can alleviate some of the fears or uncertainties, but never assume what's important to somebody when highlighting the benefits. Always ask them what's most important to them first. Otherwise, they're going to see your efforts as trying to convince them on what's most intrinsic to the company or what's most important to the organization, and not intrinsically, which is what's most important to them. Involve them in the process. Ask for their input on implementing change or any other suggestions that they may have. When people feel that they are involved in the change process, they are likely to more support it. Now, offer support and recognize that adapting to change can be challenging for some. Offer training resources or mentorship opportunities to help them transition smoothly. Reinforce positive behaviors and recognize and appreciate when individuals make effort to adapt to the new changes. Positive reinforcement can actually motivate continued adaptability. Stay consistent with your expectations. While it's essential to be supportive, it's also equally important to ensure that everybody meets the new expectation. If resistance continues, set clear and consistent expectations about the necessity and the inevitability of the change. And then seek feedback. Create opportunity and channels for employees to provide feedback on changes. And this can be done in the form of regular check-ins. You can do surveys or even provide hosted feedback sessions. But when an employee feels heard, it can actually reduce that level of resistance. Build trust. Ensure that your actions consistently align with your words. And trust is a foundation for employees to believe in the necessity and benefits of the change. Lastly, reiterate the big picture. Continuously communicate the reasons for the change and how it fits into the organization's larger goals or mission. This helps individuals see beyond the immediate discomfort for the inconvenience. Now, remember, resistance to change is a natural human reaction, primarily driven by fear of the unknown or perceived threats to one's own comfort zone. By addressing it with understanding and strategic management, you can help individuals navigate through their resistance and adapt more effectively to their new environment. Now, before we wrap up, if you're eager to delve in deeper into this topic and many more like it, I've got something special for you. Join my Patreon group, Solving People Problems, where we discuss, dissect, and offer solutions to complex challenges of team dynamics, leadership, and personal growth. It's a community where you can engage directly with me and ask your questions. So if you're serious about becoming the best version of you that you can be and navigating the intricate world of people, click the link below and become part of my dedicated Patreon family. Till then, next time, we'll talk to you later.